everyone, so I thought I would do a review on the After series by Anna Todd. So I have After We Collided, After We Fell and After Ever Happy. So I thought I would do a review on both and my thoughts from the novel. This may contain spoilers. I will try and keep a lot of the big ones, like the big plot twists and information in the book and the context, a secret for all of you to enjoy yourself. But if there is a spoiler in here, I apologise and you have been warned. So let's just talk about the cover. So this cover here is actually really nice. You've got like the little clouds and After written across the top, as well as Anna Todd underneath, and her Wattpad name, Imaginator 1D. So she originally wrote the book on Wattpad, and then it got a billion reads online, and they decided to publish it into a novel, which I think is absolutely awesome. And then we've just got the back here with Anna Todd in the bottom, down in the bottom, and After We Collided and After We Fell, so 2 and 3 on the side here. So After Ever Happy hadn't been published at this time by the looks of it, which is quite interesting. So I can't remember when this was published first, but it is a One Direction fan fiction, but when you read the book it doesn't feel like a fan fiction or anything associated to One Direction. The characters' names are like Harden for Harry and Zed for Zayn, so they don't have their correct name, which I thought was absolutely brilliant, and it really helped me to be able to read the book. There's a lot of pages in this book, but it was the type of book that I was unable to put down. It's got, by the looks of it, because it goes right down to the end, to the acknowledgements, which is only one page, so we've got a total of 582 pages in this one, and this one here isn't the longest one, so just be prepared for that. So I really enjoyed this first one because you sort of get to see an insight on Tessa and Harden's life as they become friends and grow together, and little bits throughout the book you sort of go, oh, I wonder what that's about, and oh, I wonder what caused that, oh my gosh, I need to continue reading. So that's what I really enjoyed about the first one. And at the very end is the most heartbreaking thing that could happen in this book, and just a warning, please be prepared for that. I never really got into fan fictions. I found it very hard to read them, but this one here was very easy to read, purely because the names of the boys were not Harry, Louis, Zayn, Niall or anything like that. They were completely different names. They all just started with the same letter. So I can't remember if I've said it or not, but Tessa is a girl who's going off to college. She's a really goody two-shoes type of girl, and she goes to college and leaves her boyfriend, because he's a year younger, I believe, if I can remember correctly, behind, because he's not ready for college yet. He's still got school, and she gets put into a dorm room, or like her roommate is the complete opposite to her. She loves to party. Her name is Steph. She loves to party and she loves to go out with her friends, and she's covered in tattoos, if I can remember correctly. A lot of them had tattoos, and she was just a real, like, into heavy metal and all of that. Where Tessa, on the other hand, has alarms for everything, has reminders for what she needs to do, sticky notes all over the place, always in bed of an early time, watches a lot of old-fashioned shows that maybe your grandmother would be interested in. So I really liked the fact that Tessa was popped into a room with someone completely different, and Steph ends up changing Tessa's life completely, and Tess then becomes different and starts acting differently. So that's what I really liked about the first one. I liked the fact that you get to see Tessa sort of progress and see how she reacts to different types of party encounters and experiences. So that is the first book. I'm not going to say too much on the books. I'll sort of just give like a little brief overview on what I enjoyed about it, because I'm scared I will spoil something. There's a lot of plot twists in here and a lot of spoilers, and I guarantee the first book, if you don't enjoy it, then 100% apologise for this, but this was a book that I believe you would never be able to pop down. You'd have to read chapter after chapter after chapter. It held me, and it is an amazing story, and I absolutely loved the first one. After We Collided is the second one, and this too got a billion reads online. I'm pretty sure they all did. Yes, they all did. So the second one we start off after hearing about the big plot twist that happens at the end, and that's really what got me onto the second one. I needed to know what was going to happen. So the second one I can't remember a lot of because I didn't read the second one as a paperback. I read it as a Wattpad version because I didn't have this copy where I live. I only had 1, 3 and 4, which was quite frustrating. See, there's After Ever Happy and After We Fell. Again, we've got Anna Todd down in the corner, and here we go. Tessa has everything to lose. Hardin has nothing to lose except her. After we collided, life will never be the same. So in this one here, it starts off with the biggest plot, like the first few chapters are after the biggest plot twist in the first book, so I won't go into detail with that too much, only because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. But this as well was a terrific book. I can't remember exactly what happened with this. The first one was a lot. I read a lot, so a lot of it's still in my mind, but this one here I'm having trouble remembering sort of what's going on, but I can definitely give a review. I really enjoy the After series altogether, so I might just do an overall review and then just talk about the other two as well. But overall, the After series is one of the most heartbreaking and heartwarming and different fan fiction books that I have ever read. I would also say this could possibly be a 50 Shades of Grey fan fiction, so it's definitely for an older audience as well, because it's not really for younger children. But yeah, it's definitely a fantastic book. This one here isn't the longest one, believe it or not. It has, there we go, 122 chapters. And it has, I'm just looking to, oh no, wow, okay, 123. So it has 671 pages. If you're just thinking about reading them, that sort of gives you an idea. I read the complete set in 2 weeks. I was very happy with myself, but again, it's a book that I could not put down. So now we'll move on to After We Fell by Anna Todd, and this is the biggest book of the series. So it is it's packed. This one here I think took me 3 days to read. The other ones weren't as long, but this one here you meet Hardin's father. Again, this might contain spoilers. I'm going to try my best not to, which is another reason why I'm not talking about it a lot, because I don't want to ruin anything for anybody. It has, 834 pages in that one. So that one there is the biggest one of them all. Hardin and Tessa's relationship is always up and down and rocky in all the books, but this is After We Fell. And last but not least, well actually it is last, After Ever Happy, which is the last book in the After series, and this is the back. So we've got After We Collided and After We Fell. Again, we've got Anna Todd down here in the corner. And up the top, these bits here may contain spoilers. I don't think I read this one, so I'll read this one. Tessa and Hardin's love was complicated before, now it's more confusing than ever. After we fell, life will never be the same. And then this one here is, Tessa and Hardin defied all the odds, but will they get their fairy tale ending? So will they get their fairy tale ending? You need to read this book, and like I said, their relationship is constantly rocky. It's always up and down. From the first book, you will see it in the first maybe 10-15 chapters of what their relationship is sort of going to be like. There's a lot of plot twists with Hardin's life. There's a lot of plot twists with Tessa's life, and information that you sort of go, oh my gosh, I never thought that was going to be the case. The storyline itself is absolutely terrific, and I really enjoyed reading this this series. Like I said, it's a One Direction fan fiction, but when you read it, you sort of think it's just like another story, other than a fan fiction, because it doesn't feel like a fan fiction. And it's the language she uses isn't sort of something you would see in a fan fiction story. So these are the 3 books, four books: After Ever Happy, After We Fell, After We Collided, and After. You can grab all of these on Book Depository if you like. They're all the books there, all in order. So After We Collided, After We Fell, and After Ever Happy. I hope you all enjoyed this sort of review. I know it's not the best review and it's not a long one or anything like that. I will have a new video tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed, an unboxing. It should be coming in the mail in the next couple of days. But if it doesn't, then I've still got a video because I'm collecting some books tomorrow anyway. So I hope to see you all in another video, and I hope you enjoyed this different review. It's the first time I've done a book review, but I'm looking forward to showing you all a new video tomorrow. So thank you for watching, and I hope you all enjoy the After series if you choose to watch it.